Yo guys, what is up? It's your boy Vader, and I'm back at it again with a brand new Call of Duty mobile video. And in today's video, we're going to be talking about the Man of War, and I'll be showcasing the best Man of War Gunsmith build for this specific season of Call of Duty Mobile, and for Legendary Rank. That way you guys can use this in your guys' games for Season 10 specifically. So, talking about the Gunsmith build that was on your guys' screen moments ago, we're going to be rocking with the Colossus suppressor, the Marksman barrel, the 30-round extended mag, the granulated grip tape, and the OWC laser tactical. Now, this is a heavy-duty build on a heavy-duty assault rifle, so I don't want you guys thinking like, okay, Vader, like this build is like really bad, like the ADS time is bad, blah blah blah. With heavy-duty assault rifles like the Man of War, you want to build them more BSA oriented, so that way you can actually get the kills efficiently in the map. And in this gameplay, what makes this gameplay unique is I actually got a nuke in this gameplay. Now, unfortunately, I wasn't able to call it in because there wasn't enough time left, and so on. So yeah, but I did get a nuke with this gun, and I did go ham in this specific game with the Man of War. And honestly, guys, I think the Man of War is definitely a very interesting gun to use. Is it usable in, you know, this current meta? I think so. I think it depends on the playstyle and also depends on the map. I think for this map particularly, the Man of War works great because it's kind of like that medium range map. Like the Man of War isn't really a long range weapon anymore. It's just more of like a medium range AR with a lot of, you know, like I said, range capacity, but it really does great work in the medium range and department. So just like I said, using this gun, you're going to see in this gameplay, like I'm going to be utilizing the map towards my advantage. I'm going to be, you know, getting people off, and I actually kill pretty quickly in this gameplay. So overall, just like the weapon itself, I think it's a good weapon. You know, like I said, the non-meta weapon, again, you know, this is something that we haven't seen in Call of Duty Mobile for a very long time. I think at one point the Man of War was definitely the best gun to use in Call of Duty Mobile. But you know, like I said, that was like over a year ago. So you know, it's tough to see this. You know, most of these weapons, like the Man of War in particular, just sort of just not get to where they need to be. Like these legacy weapons fall out of the meta so quickly, and we haven't had a legacy weapon come back into the meta for such a long time. And to be able to bring a Man of War video for you guys definitely means a lot to me. This was one of my staple weapons that I've, you know, used in Call of Duty Mobile, and it's one of the most memorable weapons that I've used in my time playing. And I really enjoyed this weapon. I think, like I said, it just gives you that nostalgic feel when you're playing, because it brings you back to those old days, right? 2 years ago when you're playing with, you know, this gun and you're just slaying out people. And, you know, at one point it was so broken that it was so annoying to play against. So you definitely got to give respect to what this weapon did in, you know, during that era, because, you know, there was a Man of War era for a short period of time, and this is sort of on the bracket with the Type 25, the AK-117, and all those guns, right? It just has that Excalibur feeling towards it. So overall, I would say, you know what, I'm very surprised by the nature of this weapon still. I mean, overall, Call of Duty Mobile has balanced it a little bit. They haven't done too much with the weapon really in the past, but overall, they've done some great things with the weapon. I think, you know, for looking at it from a, you know, user point of view, this weapon is definitely pretty easy to use. I think a lot of people will get to understand that the Man of War is a very easy to use weapon, and I think the Gunsmith build in particular, it's a heavy BSA oriented build. Don't expect much out of it. You know, expect slow ADS time, slow mobility, but you know, that's the nature. That's how I like to build this weapon, because it benefits, right, in that character, right, in that caricature, in that nature of the gun, of the way that it's supposed to be built. So overall, I would say, like I said, guys, if you want to mess around with the build, you can definitely do so. I think one thing you guys can't change about it is probably maybe go from the OWC Marksman to the Ranger barrel, and maybe switch out the Colossus suppressor to the you know, mono suppressor. But like I said, I mean, overall, I really like this build. I think it definitely brings back the nature of how the Man of War is supposed to be played, and that's just one of the things about this gun. So overall, I think it's a great weapon, and I think it's a great thing, and Call of Duty Mobile did a wonderful job on this gun. You know, like I said, it was great to bring this weapon back. I don't know. I think overall, if I were to put it in a category, it's definitely a, you know, I want to say D+ tier weapon, not quite C tier, because like I said, this weapon is really hard to use. It's probably in the category of the RUS video in terms of like usability, because it really is hard to use non-meta weapons like this, like a non-meta weapon that is not used by anybody in ranked. So you just got to be, like I said, in the right mind to play with weapons like this. You got to have a really unique play style, and you got to be able to be patient and really understand that you're playing against people who are using switchblades, Krigs, kilos, all those things. And like I said, it's really hard to play against those people, especially when you want to just lay back and chill and use a gun like this that doesn't require that much skill. So even though it's an easy to use weapon, it will give you a hard time, especially if you go against people that really know what they're doing. So obviously we have a lot of things to work on when it comes to COD Mobile, and I think, like I said, matchmaking is not really in terms of everyone's favor when it comes to using weapons like the Man of War as an example. So yeah, I mean, overall, like I said, guys, if you guys want a great challenge and you want to challenge yourself, make sure to go ahead and use this weapon. I think this weapon is definitely worth using for sure. I mean, dude, like, you saw what I was able to do in this gameplay, and you know, like I said, I'm almost close to dropping the nuke. So like I said, like, you know, you can do basically anything. Almost every weapon is usable in COD Mobile. You just have to be willing to fight, and you have to be willing to actually try. And that's one of the great things about like a game like this, is like, even though there are a lot of bad weapons, you can still make bad weapons be as good as you want to. Remember this, guys. Remember, whenever you're playing Call of Duty, don't think that it's the gun. It's the player, right? It's the player behind the weapon that you're using. And so, you know, like I said, like, you know, you determine how good you play with any weapon, and you can make any weapon good realistically. Now, I will say that there are really bad weapons out there, but for the Man of War in particular, you can make it good, and you can make it be a dominant force in Call of Duty Mobile, just like how I did in today's video. And speaking of which, if you guys did make it towards the end of the video, I really want to say thank you so much for supporting the channel. We just surpassed 8,400 subscribers. We are so close, really, towards 9,000, and we are on the road to 10,000 subscribers. I want to say thank you so much. Make sure to comment down below what you guys think of this gun, what Gunsmith build you're rocking with. Don't forget to like, comment, and share, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Peace.